So I've already got my primer on my eye, and the next step in this look is going to be taking a pencil brush, and I'm just going to be taking a matte black eyeshadow. This is by Too Faced. It's called Smolder. It's in their Smoky Eye palette. I'm just going to be going a tiny bit above the crease. This doesn't have to be too perfect because this isn't going to be like a super duper cut crease look or anything like that. I just want to know where my border is going to be for the colors on my lid. And then I'm also going to smudge this down below. Then I'm also going to be bringing it slightly out like so. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's literally just for like a border for the colorful eyeshadows. And in order for the colors to be this bright, I'm actually taking my Coastal Scents gel liner in Silk White. You could use the NYX jumbo pencil in Milk, but I have a bit of creasing whenever I use that, and I actually need this makeup to last me all throughout work, so. And I'm just kind of patting that on very, very lightly, going right up to that line. It's okay if you get a little bit on there because later on we're just going to go back over it, so not to worry. And a little tiny bit down there and in the inner corner. And alright, and then you're just going to take your finger and kind of blend that just a tad bit so it's not chunky or anything. Alright, and for the bright colors in this look, I'm actually going to be using 3 Sugarpill colors. I'll be using Butter Cupcake for the yellow, Midori for the green, and Love Plus for the red. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the yellow. And it is in my Burning Heart palette. And it's that one right there. Tap away the extra, and I'm just going to be putting that on the middle of my eyelid. I'd have to say that out of all of the Sugarpill pressed shadows, the Butter Cupcake one gives me the most fallout, but I'm also very forgetful and tapping away the extra, so that could just be that. Alright, you're going to want to go a little bit over into each corner because we're going to want them to overlap so that they blend smoothly. Alright, let's just set that brush aside because we'll be coming back to it. Next, I'm going to be taking another flat shader brush, and I'm going to be taking Love Plus. This is just a nice matte red. Just getting a little bit on there, and again tapping away the extra. And I'm just going to pack that on. And all I'm doing is just kind of pulling it over into the yellow, into the butter cupcake. It's going to give it a nice gradient effect. And I'm going to take my butter cupcake. I'm just going to drag the butter cupcake over top of where the Love Plus and the butter cupcake meet. I'm just going to get a tiny bit more butter cupcake on my actual brush. Pack that on there. Tap away any extra. And then just going to pull it over. It's going to give us a nice orange gradient. So then we're going to have to take our Love Plus brush and we're actually going to go back over that to kind of make that a little bit more red. See how it kind of has a nice gradient effect to it now? And if you're still a little unhappy with the actual blending, you can take a really fluffy blending brush and just very, very lightly blend the two together. And that kind of makes it a little bit more seamless. Alright, so next I will be taking Midori, which is part of the Sweetheart palette, and it's going to be this nice green. And I'm just taking like an angled shader brush, packing that on my brush, tapping away the extra, and just packing that onto my outer corner. And I'm actually going to overlap the butter cupcake with it as well. I actually really enjoy the outcome when you overlap butter cupcake and Midori, because you almost get like a lime green, as opposed to where I think Midori is like a nice true, almost Kelly green. And just kind of pull that over into the butter cupcake. Okay, so now that we have this, you can tell that it's not very blended. I'm just going to pull the green over just a tiny bit more. And then now I'm actually going to take my butter cupcake brush again. And I'm going to dabble back into the butter cupcake just a tiny bit. Just going to lay that right on top and then blend. Just very, very short back and forth. And we want this look to be blended, but we also don't want it to be too blended, because you don't want the colors to look muddy. We want them to look like yellow, green, and red. We just don't want them to look like stripes. Alright, so now that that's blended, now I'm actually going to take a pointed blender brush and I'm going to get more of the Smolder eyeshadow. And I'm going to go back over. And it's okay if you go down a tiny bit onto the three colors underneath. Alright. And it's okay if you go a little high up with your blending on the Smolder, because we're going to be taking Sugarpill's Taco and blending that down, and just a little bit more, and go ahead and smudge that underneath. to right about there, because we're going to be taking taco, and that's what's going to give us, you know, a little bit of a highlight in the inner corner right there. Okay, and I'm going to be taking just another pointed blended brush, and I'm going to be taking Taco, which is the beautiful matte white eyeshadow, and going to be adding that to the inner corner. It's going to be making the Love Plus almost appear like it's a bright pink, almost like it's Dolly Pop. But that's okay. It's just going to give us, you know, a nice open-eyed effect. And just blend that right there where the black meets. Alright. And just going to take a little bit more and go right underneath the brow, because we want this to be nice and highlighted right there. Gonna do the same thing on the other side, just like so. And then I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush and going to blend that down a tad. Alright, and back with my pointed blending brush, going to bring it up just a tad bit. Alright, and now I'm just going to draw on my brow. I always just use like the tiniest stiff angle brush that I can find. This one's actually a L'Oreal Hip Cream Liner brush, and alright, and then I'm just going to retake my highlight and just right underneath, make it look nice and crisp. Alright, and I'm going to go put on eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the finished look. I would put face makeup on, but I actually used 2 new products, and one of them broke me out in a nice rash all over my face, so I'm avoiding that for right now until that goes away. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have any requests or questions. Thanks guys, bye.